I'm checking my pulse. It's not changing because of an AirPod. When I first heard about the iPad, the iPod, iPhone, and Macintosh, my pulse raced. What's the state of Apple's innovation today? Whenever people leave a company, their selective memory is always more positive. So when I was there, it was really innovative, but not anymore. You have to understand that's the back channel story. I want something that just tugs at my heartstrings, that I read about it and like a fool, I'm willing to go there at midnight the night before it's available, and I'm standing in line and I just want to get this thing. And people don't stand in line at the Apple store anymore waiting to get the next iPhone or the next MacBook or the next iPad in the morning. And I think there's several factors going there, one of which is, if we all have our phones and iPads, how much better can it be? But that's not the test that Apple has to live by, because people want Apple to be so great that you are willing to stand in line from midnight, and they haven't done that. Live by the sword, you die by the sword. The test for Apple is, have you created the next product category? Not that you've milked the current product category better than any other company in the history of man. The test is, have you created something else? And they haven't for a while. You could make the case that Apple Watch came close. I don't think it succeeded in doing that. Apple TV hasn't succeeded in that. So, what's the next, quote, big thing? An AirPod, Bluetooth, wireless, cooler looking, better sound, all that, but I don't know. I haven't bought one. I certainly didn't stand in line for one. My wife swears by hers, but I don't know. I'm checking my pulse. It's not changing because of an AirPod. When I first heard about the iPad, the iPod, iPhone, and Macintosh, my pulse raced. From Apple's perspective, they got all these devices, they have all this information, they all have all these relationships. Why not tap into it? And so I think, 4 or 5 years from now, we'll look back and say, wow, that was a genius move. Apple went from simply a device company to a device and services company, higher margins, the genius of Tim Cook. Or 4 or 5 years from now, we'll say, what was Apple thinking? It's a device company, it's not a services company. And I don't think anybody can predict that yet.